What if I told you that Antarctica, that white frozen desert, was once covered in tropical rainforests? What if colossal creatures, ferocious predators and marine giants swam where today there is only eternal ice? In the next few minutes, you'll discover 5 extinct animals that dominated prehistoric Antarctica and will completely change everything you thought you knew about this continent. If you're already curious about this topic, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for even more surprising facts. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine walking through a dense, humid forest where giant trees touch the sky. The air is warm. Strange sounds echo around you. Enormous reptiles crawl through the vegetation, and you are standing in Antarctica. It seems impossible, but millions of years ago, before the tectonic plates moved, before the ice conquered everything, this continent was unrecognizable. It was a lost paradise, a world that disappeared under endless layers of snow, and the creatures that lived there simply vanished from history. Modern science, through fossils discovered on extreme expeditions, has managed to reconstruct this past. Bones preserved in ice tell stories of a time when Antarctica was home to terrestrial predators, aquatic giants, and creatures that defy our imagination. And the question remains, what really happened to these animals? How did an entire continent change so drastically, and what else is still hidden beneath the ice? Millions of years ago, in the temperate forests of Antarctica, a roar broke the silence. Then emerged Cryolophosaurus, a carnivorous dinosaur over 6 meters long. Its most striking feature? A bony crest atop its head, like a frozen crown. This was the apex predator of its time. Powerful muscles, sharp teeth, deadly claws. It hunted on a continent that had yet to experience cold. Scientists found its fossils in the Transantarctic Mountains, buried more than 190 million years ago. Cryolophosaurus is the first carnivorous dinosaur discovered in Antarctica, and it proves that, before the ice, this place teemed with life. Predators dominated, prey ran. The food chain functioned in perfect balance. But then, everything changed. Temperatures plummeted. The forests died, and the king of the continent disappeared forever. Now imagine, if that predator returned today, would it recognize its former territory? Or has the ice erased all memory of what once existed there? The waters around prehistoric Antarctica were warm, and in them glided a deadly creature, the Nothosaurus, a marine reptile with an elongated body, flexible neck, and teeth as sharp as needles. It measured up to 4 meters in length. It swam with sinuous movements. It hunted fish, mollusks, and anything that crossed its path. Fossils of this creature have been found in Antarctic rocks dating back 240 million years. Nothosaurus was not a dinosaur. It was something from before, a predator that dominated the oceans even before the more famous marine giants emerged. It represents an era when marine life was only beginning to explore its full deadly potential. And then the climate changed, the waters cooled, the prey migrated, and the Nothosaurus disappeared. Its last submerged footprints were covered by thousands of meters of ice. Could something similar still be hidden in the icy depths of the Antarctic Ocean? Science doesn't yet have all the answers. Now we return to dry land, or rather to the swamps and rivers that crisscrossed prehistoric Antarctica. There lived the labyrinthodont, a monstrous amphibian. Some reached over 2 meters in length. Flat head, wide jaws filled with small, sharp teeth, robust body covered in thick scales. This creature was an ambush predator. It would lie motionless in the water, waiting. When prey approached, a swift attack. The labyrinthodont dominated the Antarctic rivers for about 250 million years. It survived the largest mass extinction in Earth's history, but it did not survive the ice. The fossils of this giant were discovered in rock formations that were once riverbeds. Today, those same places are buried under miles of snow. The labyrinthodont is proof that Antarctica once had complex aquatic ecosystems, rivers that flowed freely, life that pulsed in every drop of water. And all of that disappeared. If you were walking in that ancient Antarctica and stopped to drink water from a river, you'd better look down twice, because something big might be watching you from the depths. Now get ready, because we're going to dive into the most dangerous waters of prehistoric Antarctica. And there, in the depths, in the bluish shadows, emerges the Pliosaurus, a sea monster, 15 meters of pure terror, jaws capable of crushing bones with ease, teeth the size of knives, powerful fins that propelled it with terrifying speed. This was no ordinary predator. It was the absolute top of the marine food chain. It hunted sharks, other marine reptiles, anything unlucky enough to cross its path. Scientists have found Pliosaurus fossils in various parts of the world, including Antarctica. And each discovery reinforces the same fact. This was the most feared predator of the ancient oceans. 150 million years ago, the waters around Antarctica were its hunting grounds. But then the currents shifted, temperatures dropped, and even the most powerful marine predator couldn't resist. The Pliosaurus disappeared, and the oceans never saw anything so lethal again. Would you dare to swim in the waters of that Antarctica, knowing that at any moment something colossal could emerge from the depths? And last but not least, we have Antarctopelta, a herbivorous dinosaur. But make no mistake, it was prepared for war. Its body was covered in bony plates, spines protruded from its back, a true natural armor. It measured about 4 meters in length and weighed over a ton. This dinosaur lived in the forests of Antarctica approximately 70 million years ago. It was the end of the dinosaur era. And even on a continent that was beginning to cool, Antarctopelta endured. Its armor protected it from predators. Its herbivorous diet kept it nourished by the plants that still grew there. But then came the asteroid, the mass extinction, and even the toughest armor couldn't save Antarctopelta. It was one of the last witnesses to a world that was about to change forever. Fossils of this creature were found on James Ross Island, proving that life persisted in Antarctica until the very last moments of the dinosaur age. And the question remains, if the asteroid hadn't hit, would the descendants of Antarctopelta have been able to adapt to the ice that was to come? We are discovering a past we never imagined existed. Antarctica wasn't always ice. It was life. It was diversity. It was an entire world that disappeared. And now, with the melting glaciers, more fossils are being exposed. More stories are being revealed. But are we prepared for what may come to light? Because each discovery is not just an extinct animal. It's a reminder that Earth has experienced devastating climate change before. And it could happen again. What if, at this very moment, beneath tons of Antarctic ice, lies an undiscovered fossil, an even larger creature, even stranger, something that science doesn't even imagine existed? The ice holds secrets, and some of them, perhaps it's better that they remain buried. Now tell me, which of these 5 animals impressed you the most? The land predator with the frozen crest, the 15-meter sea monster, or the armored dinosaur that resisted until the end? Leave a comment telling me which one you would choose to see in person, if that were possible. And if you were impressed by these creatures, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Because this journey through the past is just beginning. What if I told you there's an even more mysterious continent, where even more bizarre creatures have been found? A place where science has discovered fossils that defy all logic. If you want to find out, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for upcoming videos.